Hey guys, and welcome to Money Tuesday Splitgate edition. We have got the best players in the world here today, and we're going to be doing a draft. We've got the captains ready to go. It's going to be a best of 7. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am ready to rock and roll. I'm going to be your host, Nighty Night, and I am here with a beautiful man, Vostik. What's up, James? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Man,
doing great, thanks.
This is going to be a great night. A great night. You are a big content creator. You've been streaming Splitgate a lot. You've been involved with the community. Let the people know exactly how much.
So yeah, I've been playing for about 3 months now, and stumbled into a few streams that had some developers in there. Got introduced with them a little bit, and then just kind of bouncing around some of these pro players and trying to pick up some tips so I don't suck so bad on my own stream. And it's been a warm welcome. Every one of them has been very approachable, nice, and it's just feeling like a great place to be, so I just enjoy it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where at the top, it just rolls downhill. The developers have been so welcoming. They've been so awesome to the community, and that really fosters a great culture within everybody. Like all the Discord conversations I've had, everybody that I play with in customs, your stream, the pros that I've been talking to get this together and organize it. Everybody has been awesome. Let's talk a little bit about tonight and what is going to be going down. Our format for the night, the maps we got, the game types we got. These are well thought out. I've been watching a ton of tournaments. Let's see what we've got going on here. The first one, going to be Abyss. Had to do it. Atlantis, one of my particular favorites. And then a much debated one. We had some people fight against this one. We got an Oasis team deathmatch. What do you think about this lineup right here, James? Tell me about it.
So yeah, there's going to be a lot of competition in some of these DOMs and King of the Hills. That it's going to require a lot of movement and stuff like that. I actually think that the deathmatch games are going to be a little bit slower paced than you would expect. Just because these guys have portal skills doesn't mean that they're going to use them as wildly as we might see when they're pub stomping on stream. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how these teams draft up and how they're going to approach movement on the TDMs.
Yeah, we've got 6 players from the grand finals of the $10,000 Xbox event. I got the best of the best players I possibly could. I mean, these guys are incredible, and they are going to be showing some lightning fast portaling. There you go. We have got their Twitters up. That is their Twitter profile pictures. I love the car in that one. I can't really tell what that is, but boy, he looks fancy in that suit. CrnBrd looking good. And we got your friend Mikaveli up here on the draft list. We've got our team captains, which are going to be one of the best players in the game, if not the best player in the game, Mattie. And then we've got KJewls, which is his teammate for a while now. They've been winning tournaments left and right. And then we've got these lovely players here that they're going to be drafting. The first pick is going to go in the favor of KJewls. He won the coin flip. And I think they should be ready to get this one started. So I want to get them in here, and let's get these picks going. These guys are ready. There they are. What's going on, Mattie? How you doing?
Hey, doing great. Ready. I'm excited.
Looking at all these players in the draft, I mean, this is your competition right here. These are the guys that are at the top of the world. You've been said to be one of the best in the game, if not the best. What do you have to say about this lineup just right off the rip?
Oh, it's going to be like great games. I'm so excited to play with everyone. And honestly, I haven't played against KJewls in a while, so I'm looking forward to getting those fights in.
Excellent. And KJewls, you got that first one, man. You got lucky. You got that draw right there. You were talking earlier that Mattie usually wins his, but how you feeling right now? You confident going into this one, man? You got something to prove?
I would say I got nothing to prove, really. I've actually beaten Mattie before in tournaments in the past, so the most recent matchup
that one time.
The most recent matchup that Mattie and I played together, or played against each other, my team did end up victorious now. But real talk, I feel the same way as Mattie. This lobby is super stacked, and it's going to be super fun games. And regardless, win or lose, I'm just happy the event was put together. Super sick idea, and I'm just happy and excited.
Well, happy to have y'all. Let's get it started. KJewls, what is going to be your first pick of the night?
I will be drafting the man, the myth, the Akuvo. That's who I'm drafting.
Ooh, okay, the community manager for 1047 Games, the Splitgate developer himself, one of the top 3, I think. People have put him as the third, really. The guy, one of the best in the game. So, great pick there. Mattie, go ahead.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and have to go with my teammates, JP and Corn.
Oh. All right, he's got the second and third pick, and he got the chemistry. He's got the history with these guys. They have won some tournaments, but man, KJewls isn't even worried because I mean, you know all those strats. You know everything about them.
Oh man. Okay. So now I will take Chasen.
Okay. He is the sub. Thank you so much for Chasen because he was a last-minute fill for Coach Bitey. I look at Chasen, and he's all over the leaderboard. I mean, he's like 2, number 3. I mean, he is one of the top. This man's a grinder, so I'm glad to have him in there. All right, the last one for you, Mattie.
I'm going with Mikaveli.
Oh, the Mixter.
Yeah.
Portal King.
Portal King himself.
Portal King.
Why is that his name?
Dude, he's beast mode when it comes to portaling, bro. If you ever seen one of his streams, he just will make you
crazy.
vertigo like crazy.
And there we go. Tanner fills it in last. Can you imagine? Like, I'm a huge, okay, I'm saying this in front of y'all, but I'm a Tanner fanboy, right? Like, I love watching his stuff.
Don't worry, we couldn't tell on tournament day. Trust me, it was okay.
I just wouldn't shut up about it, man. I was devouring his stuff early on in Splitgate's life, and it's just he has some great stuff. But he's last pick. He was the fat kid in this pick. That just tells it. That's the story right there. Tanner just got fat kidded. That
Oh my God.
when you got Tanner, the likes of Tanner getting picked last, what does that say, James?
Listen, I don't know if this was intended or not, but this is Team KJewls on this side, and you got your team over there. I like all of these guys. Mikaveli I look up to him, watch him play a lot. But I am very happy with this team down here, and I think that we're going to take it, bro. I don't know if we got a little side wager going on, but we need to get one because I think this team's gonna take it.
I've got Maddie's team all day. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know about you, James, but that team looks scary as hell.
Yeah, it is. It's nasty. I mean, like I said, there's nobody here that's going to let you down. Like, they're all amazing, and top tier versus each other is just like sliver of margin of skill set. So, I mean, it can go either way, but, you know, kind of like where I'm at.
You're going for KJewls.
I'm going for KJewls team, yep.
You got the side bet. Are we doing 50?
50, I'm down.
I'm down.
Straight up.
50 on Mattie. I got it. So, guys,
the
good
pressure's
luck.
building.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm losing people's money tonight. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, dude, you just cost me groceries next week. You better make sure we get it back.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right, guys. Well, go get in your lobbies. Start talking to your team. Get ready to rock and roll. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
See you. All right, so this is going to be an incredible match. I am so pumped and ready for this. Grocery money, baby. I'm about to get it.
Well, I'm actually very glad that I'm on this side of the controller or keyboard at this point because every one of those guys down there can game, and I would not want to be up against them if I didn't have to.
Good Lord, I couldn't even imagine playing them. I mean, I haven't really had the honor of being whooped by these guys yet. I know our director was talking a little bit about it before the show, and he said it made him quit. It was a career ender for him. Like, he just got off the game. He was like, you know, this is too much. I'm just not having fun. I'm getting my butt beat, and so he hightailed it out of there, and he's done, man. That's how good these guys are. They are, like you said, the Portal King himself, Mikaveli. He's just going to be putting them everywhere. He's actually number 1 on the leaderboard for, I believe, the most games played or the most wins in all the game types combined. So, like, he plays and wins the most out of everybody. Like, not ranked. I think Tanner has the most ranked wins. But Mikaveli is just He's that guy, the Portal King, and he can make you just dizzy all day. And that is just like KJewls. We know how great he is. We've seen him do amazing things under pressure for massive amounts of money. But Mikaveli taking his spot on that winning team, I think he's going to fill in very nicely. This is going to be an uphill battle, I believe, for KJewls' team.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, every one of these players have got their own quality to throw into this mix, and we could go down the list and say something about each one of them. But Mikaveli is fast-paced. It seems hectic, but he knows exactly what he's doing. And then on the opposite side of that, you've got Tanner, and I'm also a Tanner fan, right? So Tanner is very methodical. I don't want to say slow-paced, but just very patient. When somebody's in front of him, he's not like hectic and jumping around and stuff like that. I mean, he's just very skill set. Then you've got CrnBrd. I watched CrnBrd play a couple of times off stream, and dude he's just insane as well. And his call outs are just on point. You know, he just communicates well with his team. They know exactly what he means when he says something, and you can't go wrong with that. And then of course, you know, Akuvo there, he what'd you call him, Akuzo last week? Is that what it was?
Dude, why you gotta call me out like that, bro?
I'm trying to win this 50. It's a head game. No. Akuvo is just a great fundamental player, man. He just absolutely beast mode as well. So I don't know. It's kind of quiet before the storm here. I think it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, they're getting the lobby set up right now. We're about to jump in as soon as possible, but I'm really liking. I'm happy with these teams. I mean, you said it yourself. Akuvo is. You know, he's just darn good. He had a great run too on tournament day. He just played so darn well. Unfortunately, couldn't get much going in the show match after the tournament when they had the devs versus the champs. That was a whooping and a half. Mattie, DevouR, CrnBrd, and KJewls were just on another level. They were super. They just weren't getting off that train. They just were keeping it rolling, and it just was rough. It was almost like you couldn't tell. You just couldn't tell that team had any weakness whatsoever. They were playing on a newer map during that show match, and you thought the devs would have, you know, a little bit more of a chance because they'd had more hours on it at that point because it's a brand new one. I believe they didn't have much time at all to play it. Like Mattie, DevouR, CrnBrd, like they don't test these maps before they come out to the public, right? Like this was all like the map that like the devs had the most time on.
Well, and I don't think that's something that I'm aware of either, that they have the ability to check it out beforehand.
Sure, yeah.
But the thing about it is, though, is these guys that are playing in the tournament and then come off of that onto the show match, you know, it takes a moment once you're in the game to get your rhythm with your portaling and just your mindset, because it is so fast-paced. So, you know, I can only think that, you know, those guys being warmed and heated going into that show match is something that they had a benefit to, as opposed to the developers were just coming in scratch and trying to get that rhythm.
That's what I was pretty much saying, for sure. I don't think it says really too much, but there's our layout again, guys. Starting this one off with an Abyss, King of the Hill. A good starter to get this one in here. Abyss, I'm about the bat. Got to get that bat. We saw some really good highlights from the last 10K. The bat just rules in these close quarters environments where you can really just hold these choke points with it, and it absolutely takes over the hill. I mean, I'm a bat guy. What can I say? I'm a Batman.
Yeah, and the bat actually is quite detrimental to, you know, most every spot on this map except for Big Room. And there's one that they typically call out as Big Room, and it's got the most amount of space with no like hiding in corridors and things like that in the center of it. So bat is a little bit less of a threat in there because you can see it coming typically, right. But most of the other hills are ridden with corners and hallways and things like that, and it's just disaster.
So how is the best way to play Abyss on hill?
I'm sorry, I don't understand exactly what you mean there.
What the strategy for this team? These are the best players in the world. What do you think is going to be the best approach for these teams to take over this?
Well, I guess it matters on who is drafted. You know, since they've been drafted together here, it's kind of each one has their own skill set that kind of shines versus the other. So they're going to have to quickly be able to mesh up Slayer versus objective based, and then try to push with power weapons. I think the power weapon spawn is going to be pretty crucial to a lot of this hill control, especially. So I would imagine that late hill count is going to see a lot more action than early because of spawn rotation.
There we go. Nice kills coming in right away. This game starting off at a quick pace. Good shots coming in from KJewls. Going to get some good information. He gets those call-outs in, gets some good shots in, and backs down, stays alive, and acquires the assist from his teammate. Fantastic work by him, trying to wait for this to come up, but Mattie outshoots him. A little one-on-one from the captains.
Yeah, and as we're already on board here with KJewls and now over to Tanner, you can see that the top kills here is from Chasen and KJewls, Akuvo. They all have roughly about the same amount of kills. Their team fighting skills are going to be on point as they take high and low ground and just hold on to that bat because it's not advantageous for them to go out in the open. So he's going to sit here and bounce around with his portals until he can start hitting these corners and making the most out of that bat that is still sitting at 100% on use. So it's not even been swung yet.
Yeah, and his team is doing a great job of keeping the other team at bay. So that's a good one right there to note as well, is that he's keeping that ammo. And all in all, the other team's not going to be able to progress, and he has been doing a good job. Mikaveli, we're on with him, the Portal King himself, and they're doubling up in the hill. Now, how many players can you get in the hill to double up points or triple up points?
Well, actually, that's not really a thing here. You only get, 1 point no matter how many people are in there. So, the skill set is you'll have 1 or 2 people in hill to sub if somebody gets just dinked out across the wave.
Yeah, sure.
But there's no reason for all 4 of you to be stacked in there because a single rocket or a collat from a railgun or something is just going to take you out and put you, on a 6-second respawn timer or something, and you're going to be fighting for those precious points that are going to matter late game.
Yeah, it's still a close game here, 35-27. We are starting to get even closer here. Chasen trying to get around. He's going to get cleaned up. Mikaveli and CrnBrd take out 2. That is going to be two down for both teams. CrnBrd's at 11 kills. He is on a run, and KJewls with 10 of his own. Chasen with 10. There's some massive slaying. Akuvo over there. We have just got it going right now. The bat is up. The big fun bat, BFB. There it goes. Killing spree is going to be able to take down KJewls.
Yeah, and the second bat is already up now, and they still have 1 in possession, so he's been holding on to it this whole time. Most of your power weapons, the big ones, are going to be 2.5 minutes. Well, the SMG and AR and stuff like that is going to be 1 minute. So they're just gonna try to control those power sources for a little bit while they make the most out of this hill. And I think we're going to see KJewls and them starting to make a comeback on this one, especially with the bat in hand.
Still staying on KJewls here. He's got some good positioning right now. He knows exactly what he wants to do to help his teammates out. Very good support from him. He is just playing the team game at the moment. Gets the trade with the bat. That is a good trade by Mattie, but they're starting to get some good control here. And the SMG is up. We're going to watch what DevouR can do with it. He's going to get some great shots across the map onto KJewls. He's looking for the flank. Tanner's there. He's going to take him down, and we're going to switch on over with him. He's got the SMG. Gets 1, looking for 2, gets some good damage in. He's going to get the call out, but there is no cleanup, so we're going to get a little travel. Little time here, going to get the rotations in, and still a very, very close game, James.
Yeah, and Tanner's going to be more dangerous on AR and on the SMG, things like that, because of that controller. He's a high-sense controller player, so that his accuracy is just outstanding. And so you put a fully automatic weapon in there with a high clip, he's going to do some damage. So if you can just watch him on that 1 minute respawn time for that SMG, I would imagine that he'll have it in possession more often than not.
3 dead for just a second from KJewls' squad. We've got the most kills on KJewls' team from KJewls, so the captain himself putting in the work. We got CrnBrd over on the other side with 19, make that 20. And we've got the hill starting to pull away here for Mattie's squad. Team Mattie are doing big things here. You got the portal blocks coming in. Then all of a sudden, the portals come out of nowhere and take out the objective. Good objective work coming out of both teams, really. Here we go. We're getting some more time out of KJewls' team. 22 out of him. We're going to move on over to Chasen, see what he's doing here.
Hill
Going to be
control.
trying to set up.
Yeah, and this hill here is going to start to where it gets dangerous because you got big room twice in a rotation before the game is over with, and right now you're going to start seeing the AR and SMG starting to pick up work. So this is where I would imagine that Team KJewls is going to start picking up, and I would imagine so that the kills are going to start increasing on their side too because they're out slaying them. They're just not making capitalization on that hill.
All right, so I was just made aware that we have listen-ins with the players. So we're on with KJewls right now. They've got the lead. I'm sorry, they are trying to get it back. Let's see what they have to say. 24 out of KJewls. Let's hear them.
Hill control.
Yep, on
Mattie
time.
12.
Hit, nice.
Hill
Good help.
control.
On rail.
Hill
He's
lost.
nice.
Oh, one's on time on next.
He's headshotted back hill.
Break. Ah, fuck it.
Hill lost. Hill lost.
Mike on time hit.
CrnBrd donut hit twice.
He's 10.
Mike's 50.
Hill control.
Nice kill.
Nice.
Huge.
Where is he?
Double kill.
Huge. That's all. I can get timer.
Okay, I'm on it for now.
Hill
I'll go
That
top
was
here. JP is the blue spawn killed. Mattie's there as well. One's
Yeah,
blue.
Like 10 BP hole.
Nice. 2v2 by the way. Akuvo's far from you on time. Yeah, good try.
Hill lost.
Nice. 1v1, he's on
Kill.
time.
Hill control.
You're a demon?
He's one shot on AR.
Coming to you.
Hill control.
Back red, Mattie.
Tied the leader.
I'm coming to you, Akuvo.
5 minutes remaining.
Nice, that's him.
Behind you, JP
Election
hit.
Agency. Double
Good help.
kill.
I'm running.
The
Big room.
lead.
You're good.
Hill control.
I'm going above.
I got it.
Double kill.
Got to you.
Red.
I'm trying to help you, Tanner.
Getting back this
Alright,
time.
I'm trying to come back.
Oh, Mike's 17.
He's dead.
They're spawning red right now.
Mattie's
the
weak
mic
in red
back up.
spawn. 50 in red spawn, Mattie.
Hill control. Hill
Nice.
lost.
They might have just gone Rhea. There's one
Oh, yeah.
bottom AR. Maddie's weak.
I hit him again, Mattie.
Hill
He's 10 then.
control.
Dead.
Twice.
Hill control.
Nice job. That's 3 dead.
Pillars.
Oh,
Headshot.
Hill control.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Hill control.
Good kill.
I gotta reload, just you.
You're good.
They have rail on.
Yeah, he's on AR ridge.
Hill contested.
He went pillars.
Hill lost.
Hit twice. There's multiple pushing me bottom rail. Corn's bottom rail.
Hill control.
They're all still pillars to go in
I need
top
help.
rail now.
I'm so
Yep,
bad.
top rail. I'm gonna try and help
Bottom
Billy
rail
out there.
23, Mike.
Hill lost. Hill control.
Go on, help.
Hill lost.
Maddie's weak.
Hill
Actually,
control.
Bottom rail.
Maddie dead.
Contested.
I'm letting for now.
Hill
One more.
Nice, that's 3 dead.
control.
Back wall.
Don't know where that
Back
from.
wall is live.
Nice. Nice. That's 3.
I kinda fucked
Hill
it.
lost.
I think we're full now.
Yeah.
Donut.
I'm up now.
Donut hit twice, JP. 30 health.
1 HP in a portal, Mike.
I'm caught.
We are full dead completely.
Yeah. Wait for me. I'm off cycle, but Corn has
Gonna
that.
get pushed. Yeah, corn 17 BP.
They're gonna keep
Go down,
us off
actually.
cycle here if they can.
I got out.
I got off as well.
Corn's 30.
That guy had
Lost the
batches.
lead.
Maddie's 3 times somewhere.
All right. Right away, I'm thinking, wow. The incredible comms, just very, very cool.
Control.
Just the best type of comms you can possibly have.
Control.
These guys who, you know, they're splitgate players, but you know, I really haven't seen what they've been like in other games. Like maybe they have
Lost the
experience on the big stage somewhere else. I don't know what their backgrounds are, but so far hearing them being the top players in Splitgate, that's promising because that's exactly what you need from a teammate, or really good, clear comms like that. That was beautiful, and this game is getting to be so close. It is tied up. What did you think about those comms, James?
Gain the lead.
Yeah, they're outstanding, and I think these guys are making the most of it, even though they're not getting as many slays. I mean, there's about a 15 kill difference between both teams, I think, roughly at a quick count here. And I think KJewls and them are going to have to pick up on this power weapon rotation. I think we're going to see one more railgun and bat before the end of the game. And so I think that however they use those, if they can contain them, are going to make the biggest difference in this. And I think late game is where we're going to see it come down to the nuts and bolts of who's going to win. It looks like right now Alpha, which is going to be Mattie's team, is at 190 of 174. So it is within 1 heal difference, and I don't see it going to blow it out. I think it's going to come down to the wire.
And that's exactly what we wanted. I mean, when I was getting all these players ready for the day, I wanted to make sure that we had no weak links. I wanted to get the best of the best. We had everybody on top of their game and able to hang in this lobby. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. 200 is where we're at. It goes to 250. We are starting to hit the point where it is going to be mathematically impossible. We've got a rotation coming in 7 seconds, though. They've got to get ready for that next one. This could be the comeback if KJewls' team is ready.
Yeah, so KJewls is going to have to, they're going to have to contain this next hill almost for the entirety of it and hope that they can't get in at the last moment when those spawns come up. You're looking at a game that is this close on game 1 in the series of best of 7. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better, and you're absolutely right. This lineup is stacked. No matter how the teams worked out, it was going to be a close game, in my opinion, because every single one of these people are just better than the average human in general and when it comes to Splitgate.
And there you have it. That's going to be the game. Game 1 going in the favor of Mattie's squad. Ooh, baby. Let's go. Great shots there out of DevouR. DevouR with the double, putting up a 29 kill game, but he was doing the objective. But hey, look at CrnBrd, 81 points with 43 kills. Mattie with 45. We've got 48 out of Akuvo, almost a 50 bomb. These guys just are incredible. Wait a minute, why is there overtime?
Yeah, last week they introduced the overtime in King of the Hill, so it is possible for KJewls and them to grab onto that hill and stay on it. As long as they don't get fragged out of it, they can bring it back.
Ah, wow. Okay, I do like that. I think that's kind of cool. It gives you like a last second. I mean, honestly, it's a comeback mechanic. You know, it definitely is going to change things and make it a little bit more interesting. But I think it's going to be fun. Looking here at the stats, we've got some big ones out of the boys. 52, we hit it. 52.
Look at those deaths, though. They're all grouped right there at the same, roughly within 1 or 2 of each other. It is just a nail biter, man.
Yeah, so when that happens, the assist is really what it's counting for, right? Like you get a kill for your assist. So if you do damage on someone, it counts as a kill.
Yeah, so in here, kills column does stand for KDA, so it is kills, it is kills, deaths, and assists, or whatever it's rotated. So yeah, your assists and stuff are going to add to this kill list. TDM and stuff, where the score is located here, there'll actually be a score section, and that will be your true kills, whether you get final killing blow or was unassisted.
Okay. Well, that is obvious that they were really doing some big work as far as the teamwork goes, but just at the end of the day, not able to knock it out of the park and clutch up. But there's still plenty of games left. We've got a best of 7 ahead. Yeah, that was only game number 1, King of the Hill on Abyss. So now we've got Atlantis. Domination, a little bit different. You've got 3 points spread out across the map. And what is going to be the strategy this time?
So you're going to see a lot of people like Mikaveli and them that shine with portals in this, because what they're going to do is they're going to rotate within 2 to 3 hops from A to C. They can clear the map literally in 1 to 2 jumps. And so I would imagine that people are going to be shining in on this as we start the game here. It looks like that they're already downhill. Mattie and JP DevouR is just going ahead and fragging out there with the DMR down that lane. And let's see, they're still not on C, so we're trying to figure out who's going to get over there to start taking that point away from the other team.
C secured.
All right, taking it a little slow, just trying to get a good angle, waiting for the player to flank. He gets the SMG out. Great read by him. Going to be able to get some damage in before he goes down, but that is 3 dead for Team Mattie right off the bat. 2 dead still. The
C
bat comes
secured.
into play. We're going to see what Chasen can do with it here. He's going to get with his team. They're all together, but he gets caught out in the open. The bat's going to go
Double
down.
kill.
It is reacquired. Mattie with the double. He's going to get the plasma, trying to put it to use. He gets the third
Lost the
player,
lead.
and now he's
Losing
just
B.
buying time. He's playing the Portal game exceptionally well, but he gets
B
railed.
lost.
He gets taken down. Let's go on overboard. I think, who was that with the rail on the other team? I couldn't exactly find who it is. It's just too fast.
Yeah, it's just too hectic, man. And if you look over here at the kills,
Losing C.
CrnBrd is already up 8 kills, 2 deaths, where the other team is
C
barely over that
lost.
amount collectively. CrnBrd is
A.
just slaying. And if you get a carbine
lost.
or that plasma gun in his hand, he is dangerous, especially watching down B right there. He's watching those lanes, and he's going to
B.
drop from top to
B
bottom
lost.
on B and A. And that bat is not as important
C
on this one as
secure.
much as that plasma is. Especially for CrnBrd, he's a beast mode with that plasma gun.
Yeah, the one of the beauties of that gun is that it really doesn't matter where you hit on the body. You could be getting a bunch of toe shots, and they're going to be doing the same as a headshot. So you just got to
Losing
aim
A.
for the center mass
C
and land all your
secured.
shots. Get that strafe going
A
real well with the
lost.
projectiles. And we've seen some amazing things out of it so far. Not going to be able to get it because of the portal block there. Very good location to have it. Oh, the
Lost the
disrespect. The disrespect. We heard it. KJewls said he was going to do it, and he did. That was beautiful. He was able to do so much damage right there. We see Mikaveli in the kill feed, able to land 2. And now we are seeing another game
Losing
that
A.
is just down to the wire. We're going to 700,
lost.
though, in this
B
one.
secured.
So look out for that. There is 2
C
points
secured.
controlled. And here we go. We've got Team
Losing B.
KJewls getting back into it.
B lost.
Tanner going to be trying to scan, trying to find anybody he can with
Losing
the sniper.
C
Not going to be able to get any
lost.
help, so he's
A
just going to
secured.
try to make his way around.
Yep.
Finds one, not going to be able to land it, though. So close, basically gave him a haircut. 2 down for Team KJewls. Make that 4. Good Lord. Just instantaneously. CrnBrd, I think, has the sniper
Losing
now.
A.
Or it
B
might have been the rail.
Lost.
Yeah, and what's going to be important about that plasma gun is that they're going to be
Secure.
controlling that and holding that B area more often with it than not. And that's one of 2 weapons in the game that when you run over it after a respawn, it does not reload. So you have to actually drop it and pick it back
secure.
up. So they potentially could hold out and hold on to 2 of them
Losing A.
if Mikaveli and them will let them off the hook long enough to wait for that respawn.
Losing B. A secured. B lost. Double kill.
Good shots being landed. Double kill out of Team KJewls. Going to be
B
moving in,
secure.
acquiring some objective here. Going to try to move in, see if they can get A or B. Still have a nice lead, though. Going to get the cleanup from his teammate. 2 down for, make that 3 for Team Mattie. So finally, KJewls
C
showing some good
secure.
life here. We've got the bat in the hands of Akuvo. Going to try to do what he can. Exactly what is the best place or areas for this bat? Like right there, I think might have been just answered my question. Just try to portal as
Tie
close
the
as you
leader.
can and as fast as you can
Gain
and get
the
right up
lead.
next to him. But
Losing
what
B.
would you do?
Killing spree.
Well, C and A is going to be crucial for the bat because you have a lot of
Losing A.
options there that you can move around. B is really not a good place to be stuck in the middle of it unless it's an absolute do or die because you're just stuck out there
B
and you're
secure.
only able to lunge with that
A
bat when
secure.
reticle is red. So it's much more like Halo is when it's when you can lock in and lunge with that bat. So it's typically best to avoid that open area with B, and I wouldn't imagine that we'll see it much in C either. I would imagine
Double
A
kill.
would be kind of the hot spot to go for that.
C secured.
Patrolling top middle, going to immediately get taken down. That's
A
JP.
lost.
Going over to Mikaveli, the Portal King himself, landing some good shots directly out. Now he's going to try to take care of that portal, but hits the ceiling. Very unfortunate. He is getting the SMG out, almost takes out both players. Oh, man. Good effort out of Mikaveli. Now some objective
Mika-
work coming in.
Yeah, that lane is going to be different down there because B is not going to be contested as often as you would see with B and C because of the with C and A because of the portal jump in here. And as we're on with Mattie and them, he's flopping those portals around so fast that you just can't keep up with them. I mean, they're in and out, and sometimes they're not even worried about the heal. They're just trying to get over there to flush it so that they can get 2 or 3 on at a time. Single cap is not really a great idea.
A secured.
Checking the angles, making sure that you're watching
B lost.
wherever you possibly can. The snipe is up. Oh my God! Lands and immediately takes off a face. That is beautiful out of Mikaveli. And now we're going to move over to Team KJewls. They are 3 dead at the moment, but they have the lead. They had 2 points.
And you said this goes to 700 or 7? Was it 700?
700 exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to see once we start getting around 550 to 600. You're gonna have to see that they're gonna have to take a triple cap just to be able to catch up with them, because it is 1 tick per. And once that cap is done, you don't have to stay in the map on this like you do King of the Hill. So they're gonna be rotating around and just trying to synergize people out of the zones. They don't even have to stay in there near it. They can just shoot down lane, just kill shot.
And there you have it. 3 dead instantaneously. Mattie, CrnBrd, JP putting in the work. Starting to get a little bit of momentum here. Trying to get some map control. There we go. Kill from KJewls. But, I mean, he's not really taking any type of big plays here. He's just trying to portal around. Trying to wait for his team to get some backup. He's back with 2 of them down. Now trying to get some information on these hallways. SMG is up. He's going to grab that, see what he can do.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed a lot of top tier players will sit there and flop their guns back and forth, if necessary or not?
Yeah.
It's a tick, right? And so I'm curious, what is your opinion on that? What do you think that they do that for?
I think it's one of those things where it's just you want to keep your fingers moving, and it's like a momentum thing. You constantly want to just be moving and having actions per minute. I think that was what it was always in Counter-Strike, Quake, and even Halo. It's just, you're just fidgeting,
Yeah, and I actually, that's exactly what I was thinking too. And KJewls, if you'll watch him more than anyone else, he is, I don't want to say the worst about it, but he will do it more than anyone. It is so fast. And a lot of times you won't even notice if he's switching his gun or closing the portal, because remember, not just throwing portals is important, but you can actually strategically close them to lock someone out, if they're chasing. And KJewls in group comes in with the win, taking it to 1-1, bringing my money back. Thank you. Thank you.
Dang it, Daddy. Yeah, he really had it set up there. He's got some really good angles in, got the right amount of information. He knew that his teammates had the certain points, and he knew exactly where to go on the map to control their spawns, and he was all over it. Very good plays out of KJewls, feeling confident, feeling like they're getting themselves back into this one. And once again, the deaths are exactly the same almost. We've got a little bit more over on the side of Team Mattie, but other than that, both teams just putting in the same amount of effort. Back and forth we go. Both Game 1 and Game 2 extremely close. You guys are just tuning in. We've got the best players in the world playing right now. These are the 6 out of the 8 of the grand finalists in the $10,000 Xbox tournament for Splitgate. Here are the replays from the game. Just nutty how good we were seeing the plays this game. SMG was coming in clutch. Saw some huge lands. Oh, there we go. We get the rewind. Let's see it again. See that play. He knew exactly that the player was coming in behind him. I don't know if that was the audio cue that he heard the portal snap behind him, and that's what led him to look behind him, or if it was just the fact that he was ready for it. He was able to back down. That's one thing that top players do so well, is make sure that you don't take too much damage and stay in a fight that you know you're not going to win, that you know you're not going to get the cleanup, and just it's unnecessary damage. He was able to clean that kill up because he was ready for it, didn't take too much damage, and it's a smart top play. But that's KJewls for you right there.
Oh my God, that's my guy. There it is, getting in the mind. Look at him, just disrespecting him. Lucky he didn't go for a teabag there, and then teabag is actually part of the game. It's not necessarily just a hateful gesture, but they
The
actually
devs want you
track.
to do it.
They actually track teabags in this game and have a game mode fundamental that's around it, right? Teabag confirmed, and that's the only way you can pick up the tags. So it's either get in or get out.
He should have done it. I don't know why he didn't do it. Maybe he just didn't want to waste too much time. But I mean, he did waste like half the clip. So
That's because he knew he had it in the bag. Cha-ching! Yeah, dude, we got this. telling
Mikaveli
you.
falling down the hole, immediately ready for it. I like that slow-mo pistol. Boom! Oh, the
Bro,
whip.
and turned on him. Dude, 90 degree of dang it. This
Oh.
guy just quarter turned and melted that guy's face up close with that.
Game 3 is going to be team deathmatch, a totally different game from the objective play we see in King of the Hill and Domination. What is going to be the approach on Oasis for these teams?
High Snipe City. I would guarantee you that most of these people are going to be shooting from up high, either on Sniper's Perch or on those 4 really tall portal zones. And I would imagine this will be a much slower paced game than what we just seen.
All right, there you go. That's the slowest portal I've ever seen. Nothing, no flanks, immediate flanks. That's just pure power weapon control. Oh, there it is, the late portal. He grabs
Oh,
the rail,
my God.
goes through, and takes down a player at the top of the map. That's exactly what I wanted to see. That is the tactics. Beautiful just awareness and knowing exactly when to do it. The timing was perfect.
Yeah, and see, as we sit here on Mattie, he was anticipating somebody coming in behind him over there because you can literally portal from one side of the map to the other in a single portal if you're a little patient with it. And so until his teams got back in on respawn, he was sitting there waiting on someone to kind of pop in behind him and shoot him through the portal, just like we're seeing now with KJewls.
Yeah, he got some damage in there. Not enough to take that player out, but did use up the ammo for the shotgun, which is always good. Such a darn dominant weapon in Splitgate. Great shot by Tanner.
Oh my gosh.
And the mid switch too.
Yeah, and I'm actually quite surprised. I'm not seeing a whole lot of portals hit up on those tall portal zones that I was talking about right before the game started. They're actually staying a little lower and not bouncing around between red and blue tower, which, like I said, is a little surprising because I think before that was kind of the meta, was to hit between the tower and those pylons up there.
Lost the lead.
Oh, almost the flank coming in. We've got sniper control in the hands of Tanner. See what he can do with it here. He's going to try to get another angle. That player was going in for the beatdown, but Mikaveli, get out of here, son. We've got the SMG. He thought that was a player. Oh, man, that would have been a great triple. Lands the headshot. Tanner's heating up.
Oh man, and one of the best positions that I've seen anybody pull off with that sniper protection is Endo, and I don't know if you know who Endo is, but he makes a lot of the YouTube tutorials and stuff. Is an amazing player, but he will portal from sniper to the far side over there, for the far side on the trees with on that pylon, and he will snipe inside the tower from up there where we just watched that death occur.
Oh, I think that's a smart play. I'm sure that we might see some of that come up. I think this is a nice little peak going. We see some triple portaling happening. Shotgun going to be up. Mikaveli ready for it. The Portal King, can't imagine a more dangerous player to have shotgun. Going to be able to put one up. He immediately takes a player out through the portal.
Yeah, and Chase comes in on that timer, and you notice like Mikaveli was down there watching for that shotgun, but as soon as it was up, within a second, Chase was down there to reclaim it. These guys have impeccable timing with their power spawns and communication with it, and we still have Railgun with 100%, and he takes out that pylon on red tower as he's watching backside, and here comes the other side. Oh, he just barely missed that one.
Yeah, that player got the heck out of Dodge. He saw that he was getting that rail, just getting it out, and he was like, I'm out of there.
His spidey senses was tingling.
Exactly. We've got 2 players down. Oh, he threw the perfect EMP, but that's going to be 3 down. Make that all down. Mattie with the double kill. And Team KJewls are still in the lead, but never mind. There we go. Tied up.
It is a tied up right now, and not a single person is standing out here. CrnBrd leading his team with 12 kills, but that KD ratio on this one is much, much smaller than it was on that domination. Earlier, we seen him at what 8-2, and now he's at 13-9. So it is a struggle for these guys that have a shot from pretty much anywhere on the map. And when you're going up against this kind of level of skills, you're gonna get got. I mean, it is what it is.
All right, we are a little past halfway. I want to see what these players' comms are like so far in this team deathmatch, see where their strategy lies on Oasis. Let's go into a listen-in with Tanner and the boys.
Yeah, one's back below.
Got one.
Back below.
One bottom snipe.
40 on Mike. Nice kill.
Tied the leader.
Mattie dead.
Huge. Good job, guys. Looking blue.
I'm looking blue.
There's
too.
spawning shotgun, I think.
Yeah, I think he's right.
One dead at Shoddy.
Rinse that once.
Nice.
One's
There's
back
another
blue
one.
on there. Back blue, I need help if possible.
One on rail. Dead.
Nothing blue.
There's one on bottom
Bottom
snipe.
SMG. 2 bottom SMG.
Looking.
Looking as
Okay.
well. JP's in shotgun room.
5 health on
Heard
right.
that.
Dead. There's one.
One
on
HP,
right.
please call him.
Corn's
Thank you.
50 SMG.
Shotgun's up at 4, guys.
Grab. You grab.
I'm trying to look shoddy. SMG
I have
look.
it. One dead.
Nice job.
Kind of stuck. I'm fine.
Thank you.
20.
SMG.
SMG, cube JP,
One.
hit once. I'm dead. Shotgun's down top rail. Maddie's
Yeah, he's
grabbing.
weak.
Hit.
I
He
got
went
out
back.
with rail.
Yeah, and Maddie has shotgun.
I got one. Ah, they got me though. JP has rail.
I got Shoddy.
Nice.
Nice grab.
JP has rail, watch out.
Mike's dead.
I think he's back blue with rail, or maybe.
He's
One on
part
rail.
of the trail.
Dead.
JP. You just bloody bucked me into him? Oh, that sucked. Nice.
Sorry. I got him though. I'm out.
Top rail with you, headshot.
Game
Nice.
over.
Let's go.
Yeah,
boys.
sorry about that, bro.
No, you're good. That was just on.
There you have it. You're getting your money's worth. You are up 2-1 right
Yes!
now. God
Yo,
bless.
look at my guy KJewls over there with 26 kills. Oh, that stings.
That's insane. Like, what? I thought Mattie was the best player in the world. You got this guy over here just proving me wrong. KJewls, where did this come from? 26-9. What a game out of this boy. This boy, he's ready. I mean, he's got the resume. He said that he played against Mattie in tournament and he was no big deal, and now he's proving it right here and now. I'm sick to my stomach. There goes all my groceries.
Yeah, and if you know, maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's playing for a higher calling and knew I was going to go hungry if he lost this tournament or this little showcase, right? So maybe he's got a little divine intervention there.
It was the adversity. Once you give a player something to make it personal, you know, he's like Michael Jordan. You know, it became personal. And
Yeah, and something that's funny else too, if you notice this here, this is where we were talking about the KDA, where the score shows the actual kill, where you got the killing blow, and the kills in the center column will actually have assist and kills. So for him to be associated with 26, over half of the kills that they needed to clutch this game is outstanding, especially when you have everyone that's in here at that high of a level of play.
I'm sick.
I'm looking pretty
I'm
good.
going to throw up. So, best of 7, though. Still plenty of time to do it. We're going to watch that one back, see how fire Tanner's shots were. That player was dropping as soon as he came around the corner. He barely just saw his head. Oh, my God. That was
Dude.
That was a beautiful shot. If we could zoom in on that, I bet it was the tippity top of the dome.
And this is where he's not even, I guarantee you, he's not even watching the character or the silhouette. I bet he's watching that reticule, and as it activates red, it's bullet detection. So he's having to rely on sensory of his UI there in the game to know when he needs to fire. Because I couldn't see the character behind the shrubs.
Gain the
Yeah,
lead.
that was just a total skill shot. Incredible work out of him. I'm going to stay on and watch a little bit more of his highlights because he was killing it. He thought that a player... Wait a minute. Did he just shoot that guy's dead body?
Yeah, he thought he was going to get somebody, but
Oh, okay.
hey, it's better safe than sorry, man.
Hey, I see it in every horror movie, man. Just shoot the dead body. Like, I don't care if they're on the ground and you already shot them in the face. You got to shoot them another time, right? Like, just to make sure And I'm sure Tanner was just doing that. But look at this. A little montage. A little coming in, swooping it up, and hit a teabag, Tanner.
So I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but you can actually do more than 50 damage with your melee if you have fall or portal momentum. So 50 is the typical amount of damage that a melee can do, but if you can project yourself through a portal or falling off of a top fast enough, you can actually do 100% damage with a single melee, and him coming down on him like that was just icing on the cake to make sure that the kill was actually confirmed.
There we go. The shotgun plays through the portal. Tanner just playing outstanding this game. We're seeing it time and time again. He is too darn consistent. He's got, I think, the most kills of anyone in the game. He has over 75,000 kills on the leaderboard. Shout out to tracker.gg. They have all of the stats over there for multiple games. Make sure you check them out because they are just outstanding with the level of detail that they put in, acquiring all that with their system. But there we go. Stadium's going to be our next one. We're getting it ready and rolling. It's going to be King of the Hill. We're back on it. The EMP going to take out both the portals there and trying to get these players off the top of the map. That's what it's all about on Stadium. The hill is in the middle, though. God, that is a tough hill to take over.
Well, so I'm actually projecting that this one wouldn't be that long of a game. This one is probably the most hectic. So whoever can get on the first set of rotations for power weapons with these guys and their awareness, their game IQ is so high, I would imagine that they'll be able to grab it and most likely retain it throughout the match if they can lock in those weapons. We see Railgun downstairs is still up, and it looks like that we got KJewls going down to pick it up, and immediately back up on top of Sniper Perch so that he can watch 3/4 of the map from a single spot.
Great shot out of him. That's going to be 2 down. Make that 3. Mattie's team not looking so hot right now. I am very, very upset. This is not
KJewls is killing it, dude. Look, 6-0, controlling the map, allowing his teammates just to sit there and tick up points if they would get on the hill that just moved. And that's another thing. This hill is going to move every 60 seconds with the reveal of the next hill at 15 seconds. So what do you think would be a proper strategy to send your teammates over to the next hill to get ready for it? Or do they sit there and try to milk it for every point that it's worth?
Yeah, I think getting those early jumps on it, getting those rotations fast is always going to be a big one. But, hey, I'm fine with KJewls just slaying out and not getting any points. I mean... that's cool by me. Like, as long as he's not getting a huge lead, they only have a 25-second lead, 25-point lead, and I'm totally cool with it. Right now, they're starting to pull away, though. Plasma rifle coming in hot. We've got 2 dead for Team Mattie. Team Mattie really need to get themselves into this one. 3 dead. They just don't know that I got 50 on it. Don't they know? They're playing for something big.
That momentum is going to be hard to break, too, especially coming off of 2 wins there. These guys are going to be dangerous as we move forward. And these smaller maps like this, that's where you're going to see Tanner start to shine. This map here, he is absolutely goated when it comes into close quarter combat with the SMG, the pistol, and he's going to start making some appearances on these kill leaderboards as we start to get into these smaller maps. The maps like Oasis, where the aim assist cannot track over a certain distance, that's where controllers are going to kind of fall short of and have to rely on the rotation of their teammates to assist. But in here, in medium to close quarter, Tanner is going to be dangerous, and I would watch him because he's probably going to be top of his team, if not second.
I love the strat to fight for the shotgun is always just bum rush the shotgun and immediately kill the player with it. That's always what I seem to find there. 3 dead, though. Ha! I'm happy. I'm biased. I'm happy. 3 dead right there for KJewls. And we've got finally some control coming out of Team Mattie now. Some kills coming in. Shotgun in Mattie's hands. It's going to be lethal. He has got a double kill and 13 kills to his name, so he is top fragging at the moment. And finally, they are about to hit the 20-point mark. I think I want to go on board with Team Mattie for the first time tonight and see what their comms are like right now. Why did they just lose the past 2 games? Why are they down in this one? Let's see what it's like.
40 on red. Girls went sewers. He's hacked twice.
Hill control. Hill contested.
1 in Plaz.
Hill control. Killing
Back
Jules
flies,
is in
tag
sewers.
Hill
Kubo's dead on
lost.
time.
Hill
Top
control.
red, tag twice, Tanner 40.
Hill lost.
Might have portaled out.
Top blue right now hit.
Hill control.
Dead, good kill.
Closing him.
One red street.
Hill control.
One's one shot in SMG.
Red street dead.
Nice.
Hill contested.
SMG's on hill. Kuva's top red 100.
Lost.
Top
Hill
blue
lost.
hit once.
80, top red.
He's right there. One heaven.
Hill
just got
control.
one
Man.
more.
Yeah, he was just sitting there the whole time.
They're out fragging us, but like they're really not getting much more
Hill
time.
control.
Like
Hill
There's 1
lost.
HP top
Chasen's
red.
hit one sometime.
Hill control.
Plasma's down on rail. They don't know it's down.
Hill lost. Hill lost.
Shoddy right now.
Chasen's
Right now.
one shot red.
Hill lost.
Jules is
One's
one on
top
Shoddy.
red street,
Hill
red street.
contested. Hill lost.
I think Tanner
Red
has
street
Shoddy.
dead.
Yeah, Kubo shotty.
Kuva's
Hill
30.
control.
Man.
Hill controlled. Hill lost.
Top blue. 40 HP
Hill
top blue.
controlled.
I'm back.
Tanner's low, top blue. Kubo
Hill
throw shot when I'm there.
contested. Hill lost.
They spawn.
I spawned heaven. Oh my
Hill
god.
contested.
He spawned.
I spawned in the tube.
Got Jules on. One we're pushing on right now. The back
Hill
portal.
lost.
Kubo
On.
60, top red.
I'm gonna have to say it. I don't like their morale. I'm not a fan of that energy. Those vibes were not the type of vibes. If I was the coach, I would say, get your heads out of your butts, because I'm not happy with this team's morale. It's not okay with me. You guys got to get a little bit more energetic, a little bit more passion. I got to see something happen. Let's go over. We've got KJewls on the screen, but we've been talking about Tanner. Tell me what makes this map so special for Tanner.
Hill contested.
Well, and it's not just
Hill
necessarily this
control.
map. This one just happens to be like the flagstone of close quarters. But
Double
Tanner
kill.
is going to start shining right here, because I mean he's already 35 kills
Hill
deep on his
control.
team. He's the most, and I'm predicting him to be the top frag on this.
Hill
Is
lost.
that he is on controller, and while a lot of people bash on aim assist
Hill
and things like that,
lost.
these smaller maps is really where it kind of hits home, because the aim assist in close and medium combat is strong, but at a distance
5
like
minutes
Oasis,
remaining.
it can't trigger halfway across the map and beyond. So here, most of your map is going to be aim assist capable, and that's why he shines on these maps like this. And we're gonna see a 40 bomb out of him at least.
Yeah, shoot. At the rate he's going, it's probably going to hit like 60, because he is just killing it at the moment. Great teamwork out of him. Good positioning. He's going to try to pull Porter out there, but the block is in, so he's got to actually press the sprint button. He's going to land those shots. He wins that fight. He wins those.
Yeah, dude, just drug that BR across his face, man. I'm telling you, he's just... And you notice that he wasn't waning up and down with his reticule either. I mean, it was just shoulder high, left and right, sweeping as he was called. He just murdered that guy. And he was actually down in that fight. He was down in health, and already the other guy got the jump on him with bullets, but he was still able to pull it out with that 3 burst.
Mattie did get his hands on the shotgun. Well, he's going to have to put it to use, because they are just getting shut down at the moment. Here we go. Going to start getting some kills. 33 out of him so far, so leading the pack. Going to get another one.
Oh yeah, and he's coming in through, killing Akuvo. But listen, don't discount JP DevouR, because JP's coming in with 30 kills. He's creeping up on Mattie. He's got some momentum right now. He had a few extra deaths there early on, it seemed, but he seems to be finding a groove here, and there is still plenty of time for him to come back and make a difference in this game. It's not over. There's 3.5 minutes left. 20 kills ain't that much to these guys.
Tanner is the only one on controller, correct?
I don't actually know that because this swaps around so much that they may have just switched some people over to it. I know that a few of the other semi-pro type guys had just switched over to controller like last week in some of these new changes with the pistol. If you guys didn't know, the pistol went from a single shot with higher damage to a fully automatic with lower, and so that kind of brought some other people into different input options. And so I think that Tanner was primarily controller out of this group, but he may not be the only one now, and I don't honestly know the answer to that.
Tanner is absolutely ripping. 45 out of him. Getting some good shots from Akuvo here. Great teamwork. They are keeping the lead and acquiring points now, but it is a much closer game than the start, and we are winding down. 2.5 minutes left on the clock now. We've got Mattie getting taken down. 40 from him. His team is all over the board, and every single game we've had tonight so far has come down to the wire, and it is a beautiful thing. We are seeing some great gameplay here tonight.
Yeah, and I think that every game is going to be that way except for Slayer base. So I think TDM is where KJewls is going to shine, and then when you get into like the Dom and King of the Hill, that's where some of the players like CrnBrd, Mikaveli, and them are going to are stand out. This game is closing the gap quickly. Remember, they were up almost 20 kills a minute ago, and now it's within what, 2 here of the hill point, and we still got 1:47 left before this game is over with. So your guys are not out of the group yet.
Hill control.
Oh no, didn't hit a single blast rifle shot.
That's rough.
Yeah, you hate to see it, honestly. Like, he could have had that man dead before he went through, had he let it just a little bit. Not going to be able to hit, though. JP goes down, and now we're moving back over to Tanner, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that has just the amazing controller skills. He's going to get the flank on to Mattie, and we are getting 2 down for both teams. So we're seeing a tie. It's tied up.
It's tied up, but remember, we have overtime capability here, so whoever gets it and is down, they have the chance to take it over just by controlling that zone. And is this going to be a 250 as well? Is this what this lead us to?
Yes, sir.
Well, look here. We've already got 2 teammates on KJewls' team dropping the 50 bombing kills. KJewls and Tanner both. Akuvo creeping up on it. Chasen's just kind of there as a support, but he has almost, the same, if not the less amount of deaths than the rest of the team. So it is still doable for either team at this point, and it's going to come down to that railgun and that SMG.
Hill control.
Oh my God! Almost got a 180 off on him. Akuvo.
2 shots left. 2 shots left in that railgun on ground down there. So whoever can grab that and hold that hill is gonna be dangerous.
Hill control.
Good cleanups. Rail going to be grabbed.
Down to 8 seconds, only a 5-second difference between the two. KJewls and them still down there. If they hold this and it's not contested, all right, well, they got a teammate in right now, but they swarm in 3v1. Wreck him out of there. Mikaveli could not get in and stop the count. KJewls for the win.
I like how he knew exactly where he needed to be and immediately positioned himself for the cutoff when the players were rushing in the final hill. So some really good forethought out of him. These players really cover all their tracks, know exactly what they're doing. Looking at the stats here, we see that there's a little bit more deaths out of the side of Team Mattie. But boy, you just really nailed it, man. This team is killing it. KJewls 56, Tanner 56. You got to go play the slots after this, man.
I'm telling you, I don't care if I get lucky any other day of the week, but right now I want to be lucky. And these guys did not disappoint. I expected a high kill, high death game out of Stadium just because it's so hectic. But Tanner is just amazing, man. I just love watching him stream. JP DevouR, I don't think got justice out of that game because he was working his tail off, moving around. He just happened to get caught at the worst time on most of those exchanges. And I think that he did better than the leaderboard will allow him to beat.
This is wild. You just won a $10,000 tournament, and you're now beating 3 of your teammates that you won the tournament with a pickup team. Come on, man. KJewls just, he made the right choice. Akuvo, that guy is not somebody you want to mess around with. Great rail shots that we were witnessing out of him. Good aggression, just good damage all game. His movement, everything was on point. He was not messing around in the beginning of this one. He had 7 kills. We were just witnessing it. It happened within 4 seconds. He was just killing everybody on the map. Grabs the sniper, juggling the weapons around, trying to find these players around where his comms were from his team. So he was just doing it all. Good look at this man. Look at this man go.
Yeah, the synergy between him and KJewls and Tanner is just outstanding here as they control those zones. I think that this is probably one of those games where you can expect a lot of high energy from all the teams. And you were talking earlier about energy and communications, and these guys are not being pumped up enough. But to be honest, they come back and almost took that within just a few points of a deficit. And I think that if I was in that position, I would have been frantically making call-outs, saying, hey guys, he's here, get him one shot, all this stuff. Those guys were so quiet, precise, and direct with their call-outs that it made them, it just made them work well together and got back almost within captivating that win. So I think they were doing the right thing with their comms. I don't think that they had to be screaming and jumping up around. It's not a LAN party, so you're not visually going to get into the head of the other team.
Very true. We saw some power weapon control coming out of Team Mattie, and they did what they could with it, but it wasn't enough. They just couldn't hold down that final hill and get enough time. Here you saw at the 30-second mark, the railgun was in Mikaveli's hands, but he gets taken down with it. As they're getting time, Team Mattie was getting time there, and this was a big moment as well, where Tanner moves in, gets the shots off with his teammate, and gets the flank, gets the kill. That's going to be 3 dead, and that was it right there. He was, you could see that was the end of the game. That was the execution that was needed when the clock was ticking. Now we are down to possibly the final game of the night, Olympus domination. Can Team Mattie make the comeback happen? They've got to win 3. It is going to be almost impossible, but there's a chance.
I actually believe that your guys are going to make a comeback on this game here. I believe that Olympus is a very finicky map, especially on domination. There's so many angles to be hit from, and there's 2 garages, the blue and the red, and those are going to be mostly populated by your high-end slayers, your Mikavelis, your KJewls, things like that. So this is going to be a pretty tough game. I think Mattie and them are going to take it over on this one. Actually, I think they're going to close the gap on this series here.
Come on, give me them snake guys. Roll me a good one, baby. I want to get it. I want to get this comeback. It's got to happen for me. There's still a chance. There is still a chance that I can make this happen. Domination. Olympus, I gotta say, probably one of my favorite maps. I think it goes Stadium and Olympus right there with each other. I've played them the most. There's been iterations of them throughout the years that I've noticed. Big changes that they've made on Olympus have made it a much better map as far as the towers go. The towers are so essential for controlling the map and going across the map and making sure you're holding at least one player on both of them so that you can get really good crossfire going on both bases. So that's one of the things that I love about Olympus, is that you got to put emphasis on those towers, and you usually do see portal battles constantly going back and forth between those two. The shotgun control, the rocket launcher control, got to make sure you grab it, and you have to go into really vulnerable spots on the map. You got to go into the middle of the map right away, and that's exactly what we see. JP opening it up with a double kill. 3 down for Team Mattie, and the rocket launcher is going to be in the hands of JP, so that's the only good news here for me.
Yeah, and JP immediately went to this garage that I was talking about earlier, too, and is going to get up there and try to watch that, and that's where he's at right now, what we're seeing. And this is going to be where he just hails fire from the sky and tries to take over this.
Tanner just blamed him. Took him off the map. JP lost the power weapon, and the power is just all in the favor of Team KJewls right now. They're running around. They're grabbing points. We've got 2 points, though, in the favor of Team Mattie, so that is good. We got the shotgun here in the hands of Tanner. Tanner's going to be doing what he does best, which is getting up close and personal. Like you said, he wants to get up in their face, use that aim assist to his advantage, but there's 3 down. Mattie's got the shotgun.
Yeah, and I think this is where one of those maps that Mikaveli and them are going to kind of do some good work at, because anytime you look around the map throwing a portal, you have so many options for that portal to hit because it's so open that people like Mikaveli, and you know, he is going to just shine because he has so much creativity available to him at once. I mean, he just closed the gap with 2 kills almost instantly there before he got meleeed out. And so as we start to get into the game about midpoint, I would imagine seeing Mikaveli being the one that's taking the zones away while his teammates are up top slaying. That's what I would expect.
Going over to Mattie, trying to play the portal. Gets the EMP off, and immediately going to travel over here to try to get a better angle. He's not going to try to take that fight. He is getting crossfired and finally taken down. We've got Team Mattie, though. They have been consistent about keeping 2 points, and it's been working out for them so far with their positioning.
Yeah, unfortunately, I believe that's what's going to happen. These 2 guys, this team on Mattie's side is going to control this. I would put money on outside of my other money I put on it. Unfortunately, that team over there just has a better open zone control versus the other team being in more close quarters. So I would imagine this, and then I would almost expect to see, if they do win here, this next game is going to be really close and may even take us into a 7-game finale.
Got the clutch portal blocks coming in, but they had an angle on the wall.
Sitting there waiting. Yeah, he's sitting there waiting with that SMG, and you'll notice that they can predict when people are coming through the portal. And if you didn't recognize, that portal will actually blink or throb and make a noise as someone nears it right before they enter sometimes. So they'll start pre-firing it as soon as they see that visual cue when they need to open up when somebody's coming around behind them.
3 points. 3 points right now for KJewls.
Let's go, boys.
Oh, no. This could be it. This could be the end of the night here. And just a very, very impressive showing from KJewls and everybody. We've got the shotgun in the hands of Akuvo. He is using it. And we've got 2 down for KJewls. Here's the time to shine. We've got to see some take back. Get some map control if you're Team Mattie, and see if they can bring themselves back into this series. This is do or die.
Yeah, and there's a lot of time left. 8 minutes with these type of players can, you know, it's really difficult to fathom like what these guys are going to do in 8 minutes. Sometimes they don't even have a second to react. So you give them 8 minutes, dude, they can make some comeback. And I think, is it 700 on this one here too for the score limit? Yeah, so there is plenty of room for them to pick it up right here. Just because these guys are pulling back up a little bit doesn't mean anything, I don't think, because those power weapons are going to start respawning here pretty soon. We're getting close to rockets again, and that's going to make a change. And then once the 3-cap switch is over, it's going to start to go back the other direction. I got a question for you though, Mattie. You come from a Halo background, right? So I mean, you play a lot of Halo in the day, and that's kind of your comfort zone.
Killing spree.
What do you think is the skill translation between playing Halo and playing Splitgate?
Honestly, I don't think there is barely any difference whatsoever. I mean, you've got the BR, you've got the carbine, which is like the DMR. Like the weapons are all there, and the projectile shooting, the movement. I think it's just like it's Halo's brother, really. Like it's beautiful cousin. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. If you're a Halo player, to come and play some arena shooters. Good Lord, Tanner ripping the face off of CrnBrd. He is saying, sit down. Oh, my God. We just saw that there was 3 dead, 4 KJewls, and somehow they were holding 3 points with 3 dead. and they never lost
C
the points.
secured.
What is going on? Are they blowing it on purpose? I'm losing my money here, man.
Losing
I
C.
can't say for sure if I have told them they'll get a piece of the money once I win it.
That's it.
That's very sus, right? But yeah, you're very right. There was a 3-spawn rotation on this, and they didn't capitalize on that and take a single point. So it looks like what's happening here is that people are getting, a bit frantic in this moment of competition, that they're not coordinating these caps.
Fantastic.
And you may see somebody
C
going individually
lost.
to take a heal. When you're this far down and it's this high of a level of play, you have to 2-cap, 3-cap, and move on to the next portal or to the next zone quickly. Otherwise, you're going to be outslayed by the people that are coming in, spawning right beside each other.
I love that you can see their portal predictions from players that are getting called out. They're knowing exactly where those players are going to probably be going. They're trying to get portal blocks off, and they're just so good about reading each other. This is the top of the top, the best splitgate players in the world battling it out. They got jumbled up. Somehow still the best team is 3/4 of one of the squads, but hey, that's just how the cookie crumbled, and they're not doing so hot right now. They're about to get knocked out because KJewls and squad are just doing it big. They only need 60 points to go, and they are taking home the W. There we go. The snipes from JP. JP with the double. He is starting to pick it up, but they've got to take 3 points right now, or else this game's over.
Yeah, and watch most of these people that have the DMR. The sniper is a little bit different, but you'll notice that they're hip firing more than anything. This game is very much a hip fire hero scenario. And man, I made a rhyme right there. That was pretty good. I like that. Sorry. Anyway, I impressed myself. So they're hip firing a lot, and they're not having to ADS down on this big map. So the bloom, the lack of bloom in these guns, allow them to just take control from hip at distance. And if you're, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, that's it. Look at that. The sniper just on his hip is outstanding. He doesn't even try to ADS.
And here we go. We've got 30 points more, and that will do it. KJewls and them are just kicking butt right now. We've got 36 out of KJewls. He has had one heck of a night. Absolutely amazing. Just they are not able to keep up on the other side. Well, as CrnBrd gets a double with the snipe, but still too little, too late at this point.
As the sun sets on nighty night. That's right.
Okay.
I prepared it. I prepared it.
Rub it in. Rub it in.
No, and hey, look, they 3-capped for a long time earlier, and there is still technically time for them to 3-cap and come back and win this.
Shut up.
How insane would it be?
Don't give
for
me
them
hope.
How insane would it be for them to 3-cap and to prevent 6 extra points from KJewls and them snapping this scenario in to go into the best of 7 and me taking home the money.
And me taking home the money. That's what needs to happen. No, they got B. 4 more points. No.
Oh, and he got the point. And it is it. Let's go, boys. Thank you. Thank you.
I just bought you dinner. I hate you.
Yeah.
Well, you enjoy that. You enjoy that meal. You earned it, you lucky son of a gun. Oh man, but that was
a wonderful series.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think I've seen games like, I don't know, that last game was a little different than the other games, but game 1 through game 4, I believe, we saw a completely close matchup that I hadn't seen too much of at the top. Like, I haven't seen these players truly tested like that just yet, and that was just amazing to see. Honestly, it's been such a one-sided affair a lot of the times when we watch the matchups in the Big 10Ks, but with these guys all being as good as they are, that was an absolute treat to witness. Love what I saw. Akuvo, one of the best. Tanner really being the last pick, the fat kid, he was able to just really prove everybody wrong that he was the last pick. He should not have been the last pick. And got to give credit to KJewls, because KJewls, good Lord, I think every single game he might have been the MVP. He was just phenomenal.
Yeah, he had something to prove there, even though he said he had nothing to prove at the very beginning. He wasn't worried at all, and he showed it in confidence in this game. And not a single player on any of these teams fell down below expectations. Every one of them performed well. I think almost all of them were in a positive KDA, right? They were all moving and working well together. Not a single one didn't hold up their end of this bargain. It's just that the synergy with Chasen, KJewls, Akuvo, and Tanner was just on point. And I wish that we could have caught a little bit more of their communications during these critical moments, just to see how they were reacting when we heard Mattie and them being calm and collective and almost coming back and winning on Stadium.
Yeah, looking at these replays, you see KJewls just having complete map control, just really reading the other team, using the weapons appropriately, and they're just earning that money right there. Money Tuesday, Splitgate. The match just is amazing. I loved seeing that these talented players put on the show like this. It was beautiful to see. Cannot wait for some more Splitgate action. Oh man, this was just fantastic. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to get an interview with the winning captain if we can, Mr. KJewls. I'd love to hear what kind of things he'd like to say, because we saw in game what he was liking to say. He was putting the shots into the bodies. There was some teabagging. Yeah, I definitely want to hear. I know the audience out there. I know you guys want to hear what he's got to say.
I'd like to actually hear from you on at some point here on what you think the future of esports and Splitgate looks like, because it is mirrored off of. While we're waiting on him to jump in here, while it is mirrored off of Halo and stuff like that, just the creativity of portals and move and map manipulation, what do you think is the potential for this game to have more tournaments, more esports of presence, and more people coming to it from games such as Apex, Warzone, Halo, and will we see the skill ceiling start to rise as they filter in?
It definitely is going to get taller. I think the ceiling is going to rise very, very big. With the mouse play, it's amazing, but at the same time, the players on controller are able to hang. We've got Tanner just putting on a show against these mouse and keyboarders and really being able to hang in there and show what he's got. He's on the top of the leaderboards, and that really is a great thing. That's inclusion. And I think inclusion is the biggest part of the crossplay, the free-to-play model. Having a successful esport, that is very vital. And I think 1047 Games did a very good job at making sure they put priority on that and how well the game plays on both gamepad and mouse. It is just a very good feeling. It plays amazing. It's so smooth. I love playing on both. I can pick them up and just play this game with ease. Obviously, my Portal game is not as strong as I'd like it to be, but I'm diamond level. I mean, I'm right there. I carried you a few times in ranks, so it's enough. It's enough. And I'm telling you right now, it is a dream to play with both. And that really, to me, is just a lovely thing. I think the level at which the players play is going to be hard for the audiences to catch on to, because it's not easy. It's hard to wrap your head around the triple portaling. It can get a little dizzy sometimes. So as far as the way we're observing it and everything, we've got to make sure that we're developing the production in the correct way, that we really build this game into what it needs to be, because the heart, the passion that's gone into developing this game is just unlike anything I've seen. Honestly, this team is just so great. They've done such a good job at being transparent with their fans. They've been very communicative on social media, talking to everybody, making sure that they get as much feedback as possible. And when they implement it, they have a great way of letting everybody know what's going on, and nobody's really ever in the dark. They have things to look forward to. The skins are amazing. I am just very pleased with what I've seen so far from Splitgate. And honestly, the sky's the limit at this point. After we've seen the huge amount of demand for this game, people were complaining left and right. They couldn't get in. They wanted to play it so bad. They were waiting in droves. The lines were so long. I know you were there. I know you were there, man. But we've got the interview. We've got the captain. He's here. He's ready to go. Yo, what's going on, KJewls? How you doing?
Thank you.
I'm doing really good. Super fun games. Glad we won. It was fun.
Me too.
Oh man, get out of here with that, bro. Come on, man.
I got you, Vostok. I got you.
Yes, yeah, man. MVP.
Oh, I'm just so upset right now. You just stole my money. How does it feel taking down your 3 teammates?
It feels good. I mean, you know, it was fun banter, right? Like, I killed them a couple times, shot their body, lit them up, you know? Like, it's all in good fun, right? It feels really good, though, obviously, you know? It was a great series. It was nice.
No, it's not all in good fun. You're the best on the team now. It's decided.
Oh, don't worry. I already knew that. You know, they just might not have.
James, what questions you got for our boy here, the champ?
Yeah, so a couple of, one of them is, what made you choose the people that you did, like, going into this? Did you have some strategy, or was some of the game options that when they were announced, you know, sort of last minute for you guys to keep you from having a good strategy? Like, what were you going into thinking of who you were going to pick?
Yeah, so originally I thought the draft was going to be 1-2-2-1, so I had, like, something planned for that, but since that, like, literally is on the dime switched, I kind of, like, mixed up my plans a little bit. But I'd say I got literally all the players I wanted, so I just wanted to get Akuvo on my team because, you know, I have chemistry with Akuvo. We think about the game the same way, and as long as I had Akuvo, I was pretty confident that with other two teammates we had, we could pull through.
So what you're basically saying is that you really needed to win that coin toss.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, well, that's awesome. That's awesome to see, man. That was some amazing gameplay. I mean, y'all hit the absolute ceiling at what we've seen so far. I mean, that was some very fast-paced gameplay.
I thought Tanner hit that already. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'll let you off the hook. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Man, it's awesome to see how successful you've been, though, man. Like, what do you like? How much does that mean to you that you've been putting all this time into this game, and now that you see these $10,000 tournaments and you're winning them? I mean, where are you at right now as far as, you know, your plans for the future?
My plans for the future is keep doing the same thing and growing my brand. So, like, every day, like, just getting on, streaming my gameplay, even if it's, like, casual for me, just other people obviously want to see it, right? So
sure.
That's the one thing, is just grinding my, like, just stream. And then another thing I'd like to say is I'm happy, like, that it's going good for me, but what I'm really happy about is this game deserves so much support. Like, it's insane how good this game is, truly, and especially for the amount of people that worked on it. Like, it sounds like a cop-out answer, but, like, this game could have been made by a AAA company and you wouldn't even know. But it's literally made by a small dev team, so they deserve so much support, and they're finally getting it. And it's just, like, it actually makes me happy that they're getting this more, like, truly happy, because I've never seen people that deserve it more than they do.
Yeah, it's amazing to see that it was only 1 or 2 people at first that created the first versions of this game, and they were passing it around and showing it to their friends, and that was where they got their support, and that's when people started hopping on. But most of the work has been done by just a few people, and, you know, then it grew into like a 30-person team. But I mean, that's not that much when you consider the quality of this game.
I agree.
Well, yeah, and it almost had to grow out of necessity over a week or 2 period almost, because once they started hitting I think I remember the tweet was they gained 600,000 new players in a single week and went from 4,000 roughly as a peak to 60,000, or yeah, close to 60,000 in a peak on concurrent players at one single time. So they boomed over a week period that much. And so 2 to 3, 4 people as a dev team, they just simply couldn't keep it going. So they had to hire people. And it sounds like, and seems so far, that they found some great additions to the team, because there's not a single thing that this game has done since I've been involved that I have not enjoyed and look forward to what's coming next.
KJewls, any last words before we go for the night, sir?
Nope, nothing. Again, just thank you guys for the invite. Thank you guys for hosting it.
Man.
Like, it was a super fun event. Like, thank you. It was fun.
I'm glad indeed. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you again, buddy.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, James, I hate you.
I take check, money order, or PayPal.
You know what? I'm just gonna give you cash. I'm gonna come up to your house. You're not too far away. and I'm just gonna start making it rain on you. Just make it rain.
I like it. I like it.
All right, but that was it, y'all. You saw your winners. They just outperformed more than what I was ready for, honestly. We saw some top-tier Splitgate gameplay. It was amazing to see. Vostik, Mr. James, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Give a little shout-out, give some last words, promote yourself, and where people can find you.
So the first thing I want to do is shout out the dev team. I know that we've done that a couple of times, but I was going to say it before he did. Essentially, those guys work their butt off, and they are very receptive. You said that they're making this game how we want it, and they are. If you're not a part of that Discord and giving feedback, then you're doing a disservice to yourself, because they are very open to those details that you provide, and they are taking it to heart. So shout out to the development team, Akuvo, even though he just helped me win. You know, all of those guys, amazing. And as far as I content create every single day. I stream Splitgate and a variety of other games on my channel, which I believe is Vostik_. You know, you can see it on the screen there. And I'm always dabbling in the other Splitgate streamers so that I can learn and try to elevate. So I'm very thankful that you guys gave me the opportunity to come on here and to share what little knowledge I had and to be a part of this. And I hope that we are able to do more in the future like this, because this was a lot of fun. And it was nice to sit back and judge other people's gameplay instead of my own.
Yeah, the tables have turned. It was a blast. Thank you so much, man. You have a great night. All right, that is going to do it, everybody. Money Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Lost the lead. Sir. Losing B. B lost.
I'm going to find the promised land.
Drinking Kool-Aid cameras like I did when I was 9. Cause I like to pretend that I haven't lost the time. In the end, the nostalgia, though it tastes fine, I can only drink a couple cause it feels like a lie.